Beating the algorithm is the wrong goal, and the creators who chase it are losing to the ones who stop trying. And I know that sounds backwards. This is a video literally titled Beat the Algorithm. So let me be precise about what I actually mean. The creators framing their strategy as beating the algorithm are treating it as an adversary to outsmart. The creators actually winning are treating it as a tool to use same algorithm, completely different relationship with it. And that difference in relationship is what separates channels that are grinding hard and with mediocre results from channels that feel like they're growing almost effortlessly. Here is the 2026 framework that actually works and why most of what you're being told about this is backwards. Okay. What changed in 2026 and why it matters? The algorithm has been evolving continuously, but 2026 represents a meaningful shift in how YouTube weighs its ranking signals. One that rewards a specific type of creator behavior and punishes another type more aggressively than ever before. The shift is this: YouTube systems have gotten significantly better at distinguishing between content that satisfies viewers and content that tricks viewers into clicking. The gap between CTR and completion rate has become a more powerful quality signal than either metric in isolation. A video with a 9% CTR and a 22% average view duration is now interpreted differently than it was 2 years ago. Not as a moderately successful video, but as a bait and click that misled the viewers. The algorithm penalizes this pattern by contracting distribution, not just for the video, but for the channel, reducing the recommendations and frequency across the board as a signal that the channel's representation cannot be trusted. And the implication is significant. Clickbait thumbnails that generate high CTR but low retention used to be a viable short term traffic strategy. They are no longer viable in any long term. The algorithm's confidence in a channel, its willingness to push that channel's content to new audiences, is now built on the consistency between what the presentation promises and what the content delivers. Channels that maintain that consistency over 30 or more videos have a trust score with the algorithm that newer and inconsistent channels can't overcome with any tactical optimization. Then the trust score framework, here it is. Think of the algorithm as running as a continuously updated trust score on every channel. Every video either builds or depletes the score. And based on how well it delivers on the promise its thumbnail and title made. A video with 5% CTR and a 65% average view duration builds trust significantly. The promise was clear. The viewer clicked and the viewer stayed. The algorithm's model of your channel improves its confidence in recommending future increases. And a video with an 8% CTR and 20% average view duration depletes the trust. The promise attracts clicks. The content didn't deliver. The algorithm's model of your channel degrades, and its willingness to take a risk on your future videos, it decreases. And over time, the channel with the highest trust scores get disappropriated, distribution. The algorithm pushes their content further, faster, into colder audiences than channels with lower scores because the risk of a bad match is lower. A channel with 50 consecutive videos that average 55% or higher retention has demonstrated something the algorithm values enormously: reliability. It can predict with high confidence that the next video from this channel will satisfy the viewer it shows it to. Building the trust score requires only one thing: consistently making content that delivers exactly what the presentation promises to the specific audience the content is designed for. And that's it. No hack, no schedule, no keyword density, just consistency between promise and delivery maintained across enough videos that the pattern becomes statistically reliable. And the search versus browse split. In 2026, the two primary discovery paths on YouTube have divergent importance depending on channel size and niche, and understanding which one to prioritize is a tactical decision that affects how you write titles, structure videos, and build your content calendar. As search driven discovery remains the most reliable path for smaller channels and for content in niches with strong information intent. Personal finance, health technology tutorials, and skill development. Search viewers arrive with a specific question and they're actively looking for the answer. And when your video is the best answer to that question, you get found repeatedly and reliably as long as search volume on that question persists. Search traffic compounds over time, and it doesn't require algorithmic momentum. A 2-year-old video can generate consistent monthly videos from search indefinitely if it answers a durable question well. Browse driven discovery, the homepage, the recommended feed is the high ceiling path, but requires the trust score infrastructure to access that at that scale. The algorithm only pushes content into browse recommendation when it has high confidence in the matching between the content and the viewer. The confidence comes from the trust score. New channels and channels with inconsistent history get minimal browse distribution, and regardless of individual video quality. Established channels with high trust scores get browse distribution that multiplies the reach of every new video. The tactical implication is this: prioritize search optimized content early, build the trust score through consistent delivery. As the trust score builds, browse the distribution begin to supplement search traffic naturally. Try to force browse distribution with clickbait before the trust score is established is the exact mistake the 2026 algorithm penalizes most aggressively. The viewer satisfaction is signals that matter most now. YouTube's internal research on viewer satisfaction has influenced algorithm updates over the past 2 years in specific. Documented ways, understanding what they measure help you optimize for the right things. Post-watch surveys are real and influence more than most creators know to. YouTube periodically shows viewers a brief survey after watching a video asking whether they found it satisfying. The aggregate of these surveys creates a satisfaction signal that can override engagement metrics in some cases. And a video with modest like ratios but consistently high satisfaction survey scores gets sustained. Recommendations and even in on engagement metrics alone would suggest declining interest. You can't directly influence survey responses. You can influence them indirectly, but making content that genuinely satisfies, that delivers on its specific promise at the right length rather than padding to hit a target duration, it doesn't leave viewers feeling misled about what they've watched. The satisfaction signal rewards honesty and presentation more than any other factor. Likes, the comments, and shares still matter, but as a secondary confirmation signal rather than primary drivers. A video that gets high satisfaction scores will typically generate stronger secondary engagement. Engineering secondary engagement through calls to action without underlining satisfaction is increasingly detected and weighted accordingly. The content calendar that builds trust the fastest, too. The 2026 algorithm rewards consistency more than frequency. A channel that posts one video per week and maintains 55% or higher average view duration across all videos builds the trust score faster than a channel posting 3 videos per week with inconsistent performance. This means the optimal content calendar is the one that produces your best work at the highest sustainable rate, not the highest possible rate, regardless of the quality. Posting twice per week with mediocre retention is worse for your channel. Algorithmic standing than posting once per week with strong retention. The frequency advice from 2 or 3 years ago has been superseded by a quality weighted model that pushes low retention uploads more aggressively. Build your content calendar around research and preparation rather than output speed. 1 hour of topic research per week, 1 hour of scripting of outlining, and one filming session and one editing pass focus on removing everything that doesn't serve the viewer's reason for watching. That workflow produces one strong video per week for most creators and builds trust scores sustainably. And what's beating the algorithm actually and what it looks like. Here's what creators who are beating the algorithm in 2026 and are actually doing, they've stopped trying to game it and starting to serve it. They make content that delivers exactly what the presentation promises. They maintain a niche consistency so the audience profile, the algorithm builds is clean and actionable. They optimize for watch time and satisfaction rather than the clicks and in the impressions. They build trust scores through cumulative reliability rather than individual breakout videos. And they think about the algorithm not as a wall to climb over, but as a system to feed, a system that rewards the same behaviors, viewers, and rewards because that alignment is not accidental. It's the entire design. And the algorithm has one job: find content. that satisfies viewers and show it to more viewers. Your job is to make the content that satisfies the viewers. And when you do your job well, the algorithm does its job well too. And the result looks like from the outside like you beat it. You didn't beat it, you worked with it. And in 2026, that distinction is the whole game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you check out this one to the right. And if you really enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe. I'd highly appreciate it. And join us for the ride. We'll see you on the next one, and take care.